Your favorite fat boys.
What's up, everybody? It's your cold friend, your favorite fat boy, Jerron.
Stefan, a.k.a. Mayhem, a.k.a. Mayor HR Paper Stacks, a.k.a. what you mean indictment?
So we got a good episode for you today. It's gonna touch on my hometown, Baltimore City.
We're talking about Baltimore today.
Yep. So we're gonna talk about a Mayor Pugh's indictment. That was just was that Wednesday or Friday?
Yeah, they just announced that they are pulling her up on federal charges of tax evasion, fraud. They got like 11 counts they trying to get her on.
Yeah, and then we're gonna touch on the ever-loving Squeegee Boys.
Because, that's a thing.
Yeah, and
apparently it's been a thing in Baltimore for quite a while. We'll talk about that.
Right, he got some facts, people, some facts.
Facts.
And we're gonna talk about Jack, I married young Jack
Current
Young.
mayor.
Current man, Jack Young, is some things he's been going through lately.
Yeah, he's been making a couple of statements that haven't sat well with a few people, and so we're gonna get into that. So
we're gonna start off with talking about. Well, first of all, Stephen, how are you doing?
I'm fantastic.
As always. All right. Anything going on in your world?
Nothing really.
Okay.
You know how I do it.
Right,
Keep it simple.
So you ask how I'm doing?
Oh, apparently. How you doing?
I'm doing well, all things considered. So one thing I want to touch on real quick, I don't think we talked about it recently. I had my first appointment with the transplant people back in October.
Right.
So it's just a kind of get to know you kind of meeting. So you do some blood work to talk about what the process is going to be. So not much going on there, just to start the ball rolling. And I got my next appointment in January. So if I want to donate a kidney, your boy's here. And that's all I got as far as updates go. So, we still pushing. We on episode 24.
Yeah. That train is still moving.
Right. So we ain't derailed yet. So, watch the video, look us up on Spotify, SoundCloud. And
you're supposed to do that at the end of the thing, not at the beginning.
I'm gonna try something new, that's all. We still gonna do it at the end.
Bullshit out.
We're still gonna do it at the end.
Let's talk about the issues.
Are you gonna put the banner on like I asked you to do?
No.
If I could hire somebody, I would.
I keep telling you, it ain't gonna make me upset.
Clearly. So Mayor Pugh got indicted back in what? Was it April? No. It was June, right? May or June.
She just got put up on charges. I mean, she stepped down in May.
Okay.
Yeah, the allegations came out in April, and she stepped down in May.
Okay. So she's got the indictment served this past Friday or Wednesday, one or two. But anyway, so she was selling these healthy Holly books. Well, really, she was hoeing Holly, and nobody was getting the books. They were just paying for them, and then in return, they would do something. They would get like a contract, right?
I mean, this is classic corruption. I'm gonna give you $500,000 for a bunch of books. I don't want the books. I'm not expecting the books, but I'm gonna give you $500,000, and what you're gonna do for me is give me first bids on lucrative contracts. Mm-hmm. So that's what was happening.
So pretty much, you scratch my back, I scratch your back.
Yeah. So that way, if it does come to light, we can just call it fraud because I didn't get the books that I promised to get, even though I got me a couple, a $30 million, building contract on something.
Oh shit! Can I get some money for the books? You can put them in my house.
I mean, and that did come out like one place that was supposed to receive like 100,000 of these books didn't get them, and they found the books in a warehouse somewhere, public school warehouse. They found like 20,000 stored at one of her homes. So,
god damn.
So yeah, she wasn't actually selling these books. She was selling contracts, and she was pocketing the money.
So why couldn't she just sell the contracts then? Why can't she just say, okay, you know, whatever the deal was, why can't I just do it that way?
Because there's proper channels that you have to go through. You have to go through bids, you know, bidding wars.
Oh, so nobody want to do that.
Yeah, different companies, you know, have to bid on the contract, and then you have to go through an entire process to give a company a contract. But if you gave me $500,000 to put in my pocket,
you get
why can't I just slip you, this contract?
You get first dibs then.
Yeah, make it look like you the best fit for it.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, this is corruption 101.
Trifling. Good for nothing type of mayor.
Hey, that's politics. She ain't the first one to do it.
Oh,
she
no.
just got caught quicker than most of them.
Yeah, because how long she been in office? Like, what, 2 years? 3?
Yeah, she just got caught quicker than most of them did.
That's terrible.
I said, whoever was doing her taxes fucked up.
Did they? Oh, my cousin Leon, he do taxes. How long he been doing them? Oh, about a month.
All right. You sure he know how to fudge these numbers? Yeah, and if Leon can't do it, my cousin Tyrell real good at it.
Tyrell Leon fucking up.
Fucking up. And so, yeah, that's what got it caught up. They took a look at the taxes and things just weren't looking right.
Right, because I remember they done the news about her home being raided, and then they were raiding like other offices of hers as well. So,
and one of her aides pled guilty to filing fraudulent taxes.
Should never hide you niggas.
I'm telling you. So yeah,
y'all can't stand 10 toes down.
So yeah, it's not looking good for her. So
what's the I guess what's the? I think they said the max that her two assailants could be facing up to 20 years, because I don't think they haven't like really brought her up on the charges.
Assailants wouldn't be the word. Assailant is somebody who attacks you. You mean accomplices?
Accomplices, yeah. Sorry. Thank you for correcting me. So her accomplices are looking up to 20 years. How much you think they're actually going to get, though?
Yeah, I mean, that's the maximum sentence. They're not going to get the maximum sentence. They'll probably get a few years because they're going to try to make an example out of the situation. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a bit of a political theater. But yeah, so they're probably going to be looking at 5 years at that.
Oh, a slap on the wrist.
They're definitely not going to get 20. I can't even imagine them getting 20.
So how much does wire fraud get you? And tax fraud usually get?
It depends on the amount.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, I don't know if there's a minimum sentence, but it definitely depends on the amount. Because Wesley Snipes and his like 1.5 million tax evasion, he only got like almost 2 years.
That's it.
Yeah.
So we can wire fraud or we can do tax evasion for 1.5 and get 2 years.
I mean, you got to be getting 1.5 million.
So how can we get 1.5 million and only do 2 years? I'm trying to do that.
No, I mean, you got to get 1.5 million and just don't claim it on your taxes.
Oh, okay. I need the 1.5.
Right, see, that's the difference. They got the 1.5.
I should get the 1.5.
See, you don't just lie and magically get 1.5 million. So Mayor Pugh is probably going to be looking at, ex-Mayor Pugh is probably going to be looking at some jail time. Mm-hmm. And I said this the last time we talked about her. Black people, we just really getting into the politics like this in the past 70, 80 years. So we ain't got a handle on the corruption the way the white folks got. So black folks, you got to do better.
Better criminals?
Yes. Not better people, not better politicians, better criminals.
Okay. So we got
people are corrupt. They're gonna be corrupt. You just got to be good at the corruption.
I hear you. I don't know if it's morally right, but politics is a corrupt game. So
yeah. I mean, that's all politics is. It's a lot of backdoor deals and handing out favors to friends.
Corrupt friends is that. So hopefully we don't get a mad as a corrupt. Hopefully Jack Young don't have no corruption on his hands.
Yeah, we talked about that too. So, but he got other things going on for him.
Yeah, Jack. So, and then we got the Squeegee Boys here.
Yeah, I don't know why you want to talk about the Squeegee Boys.
Well, they've been in the news a lot lately, so.
Has it though?
I mean, yeah. Now I won't say a lot, but I mean, they've been, I guess, like, it seems like every 3 weeks they're brought up somehow. So.
Maybe it's more of a systemic problem about opportunities for people to work and gain money in the inner city.
I think that's a very good, that's a good way of spotlighting that,
because I know when you presented the topic and I started doing some research, apparently this thing about this has been a debate, about the Squeegee kids has been a debate since 1985.
Get the hell out of here.
Yep. 1985, there was a month-long debate about Squeegee kids in Baltimore City.
In the 80s.
Yeah. Huh. So this is not a new issue. Well, let me put air quotes into that when it comes to Baltimore City.
I did not know that.
Yeah. I didn't know it either until I started doing research.
And knowing is half the battle.
All right, G.I. Joe.
So I guess, the biggest problem I think, well, I won't say the biggest problem, but I think what is rubbing people the wrong way with the Squeegee Boys is that in some areas they have, it's been aggressive situations. I can't say if they've been aggressive or not, but the situations have been gotten aggressive. I know recently.
Yeah, maybe they might be more aggressive than in other places.
Right. Because I know one news feature was showing that a lady had fired her gun off in her car, and there was a struggle for the gun between her and the Squeegee Boys. So
I mean, did she pulled out a gun?
So I think they came into a car, and she was like, no, and I guess words were exchanged. She was like, I got my gun or something or another, and then that was a struggle, and then they went off in the car, everybody scattered, so.
I mean, every time the Squeegee kid, I'm at a stop sign, the Squeegee kids pull up to my car, I turn on my windshield wiper fluid and turn on the blades. My car got this, baby.
Deterrent.
Innovation. My car already got this. It don't need you for it.
Right. I mean, I'm not knocking anybody's hustle. I mean, because, it sounds like an opportunity for them to not be doing things that could be illegal. So, I don't see a problem with it. But I've seen someone, I've seen people go back and forth with them and got their car and threaten them somehow with, whatever. So, I mean, I'm pretty sure they're on edge, or they gotta be on the kind of like on the head on swivel, because you just don't know how people gonna react.
Right. I mean, again, a lot of it has to do with there's not a lot of opportunities for youth to make money.
Right, because they closed down youth centers, they've put up new juvenile.
So not a lot of places for them to invest their time and energy, and not a lot of ways for them to make money, which a lot of them are probably don't have enough of.
Right. Because as a kid that's not too far from my house, when the weather permits it, he'll be outside, doing the squeegee thing, whatever. And it's like, all right, man, I see you doing your little hustle and everything. But I think if they had different resources or a different outlet where they could probably make money or had to use the time constructively, they're going to be out here, trying to earn a living.
And again, this has been a hot button issue in Baltimore since 1985.
So
several mayors have tried to come up with programs to deter it. Pugh came up with one. Jack Young has come up with one as well. And I think the one that Mayor Pugh came up with, and it was like not a lot of people signed up, and other people that did, it's like car wash type situation. They made like $7 a day, and I'm like, well, shit. I only made $7 a day standing out, doing squeegeeing on the street. I can make like 20 or 30. So why would I want to be a part of your program making far less than when I'm out in the middle of the street? Right.
That makes a lot of sense. Especially from a dollar standpoint, like you're not making no money when you were by yourself. You were doing X, Y, and Z.
Right.
So, what was did they come up? They show any strategies that were going on in 1985 around that time? What they might have proposed? Again,
well, this was more of an issue to try to stop it, but it was denounced as the agenda was denounced as being racist. Because, most of the people who are doing the squeegee are black kids.
I ain't seen nobody wait yet.
I haven't either. So the policies that they were trying to implement they were denounced as being rather racist, which it's 1985 in Baltimore, I'm pretty sure it was.
So.
I mean, but everybody's coming up with programs, but nothing has been definitive and has been proven to work as of yet. So it's going to be an issue. They're gonna keep being out on the street trying to make them some cash.
So thinking outside the box, can you think of something that could work for them?
Again, well, there's a lot of factors you need to know. First and foremost, why are they doing it?
Okay.
Is it, what's the motivation? Is it just to make a quick buck? What are they lacking that they need to put themselves in a potentially dangerous situation to try to make some cash. So I can't just come up with a plan. This will work. There's too many factors that you need to account for.
So let me ask you this then. So okay, kid just says, I'm too young to, start working, like a regular job. So I'm just trying to put some cash in my pocket. What would you propose for that child to do? They want to.
Again, well, there would need to be programs in place where they can, one, work to make some money in a safe environment, and two, at the very least, gain some skills that they can take somewhere else. Okay. Because being a squeegee boy ain't anybody's long-term plan.
Well, I seen a squeegee man the other day.
Oh no, they're there. But that shouldn't be anybody's long-term plan.
Right.
So there needs to be an opportunity for them to make not even a substantial amount of money, but enough that it's better than, the amount of time and effort they got to put in to do squeegee. And two, being able to teach them some skills and some type of training.
Some actual skills.
Somewhere else.
Right. So to the squeegee boys out there, be safe. Please use, I won't say caution, please use common sense. And actually I don't know, you see the article about, there's some squeegee boys actually, got their own water bottle. I think it's through Miku. Was it not Miku? I'm sorry. Was it Micah?
Micah.
Yeah, Micah. Yeah, so they partnered up with them and they actually helped them get like their own water bottle.
Hey, I mean, if it helps them with their hustle, it helps them, become entrepreneurs, more power to them.
Yeah, I thought that was a good thing, but it's not like all squeegee boys are gonna benefit from that. It's like this one group of them.
Right. So, and all the rest of the squeegee boys out there that's jacking folks, stop. Y'all making it look bad for everybody else.
Right, because you probably got some good ones out there that are, trying to make honest buck, and they're not harmful to anybody, but unfortunately one bad apple does ruin the bunch, so.
At least the perception of the bunch.
Right. So, don't be hostile, aggressive toward the kids, please. I mean, I understand it might be intimidating to see some kids come up to your car and, want to clean your window and you're like, no. And,
And again, do what I do. Turn on them, they windshield wipers and...
I think that's probably the rudest thing you can do. Like, I'm coming to you with a service. You're like, nah, I got mine. They work. Which is
my car does this already. I don't need you.
Right. And I understand it. I totally do. Like, hey, bro, these work. But it's like, goddamn, nigga, I'm trying to get $1 real quick, and you gonna pretend which wipers on.
You ain't gotta waste your time trying to do that, and I'm not gonna give you any money.
See, if I was squeegee boy, you did that, we would fight.
Then I step out the car and you reevaluate that situation.
Well, I would just cuss you out in the car. So, but yeah, I don't want nobody else to get hurt. People in cars and just them, because it's something that doesn't have to get that far.
I mean, again, and the amount of times that there's been altercations is rather slim. Like, granted, since June, there's been almost 1,300 complaints, but a complaint is not an incident.
Oh yeah,
it's just somebody just annoyed or pissed off and wants to complain about it.
Yeah, the car wash thing I think is a good idea, but who's going to do that? Or sell waters.
They attempted, but one, not a lot of people joined up, and two, people weren't making nearly as much money as they were doing just sitting out on the street.
So hopefully the people that were elected to office and councilmen and things of that nature, they come up with something that's safe and viable for this beneficial to both parties.
Right.
Hopefully.
But we know how that works out.
Yeah. So I guess I won't say how about they used to sell drugs, but that's probably bad.
Yeah. That's kind of worse than them walking in the middle of traffic and squeegee and shit.
Just those drugs of people. That'd be 20 cash at me. I didn't even want this. You got it now.
Right, it's in your car. I'm going to call the cops.
Don't you do that. We just playing.
All right, what we got?
And we got,
current mayor Jack Young making some let's call them controversial statements.
Yes, it is. So he's been taking over since Mayor Pugh stepped down, and it was the commissioner elected. Well, I guess was he hired before Pugh stepped down? Yeah, I think that was back in January.
Yeah.
So the other thing, that's the last thing that Mayor Pugh did was, get this hire this new commissioner from New Orleans to be commissioner of Baltimore, and so crime has not seemed to take a step back. It's like been steadily trending upwards. So
no, I'm not even gonna say it's trending upwards. It's been at around the same levels for the past 5 years. So Baltimore for the past 5 years has had over 300 murders a year.
That's a lot of bodies. 100 is a lot.
I mean, in a city of, I don't know, several 100,000, it's not a lot.
No, when you put a number like that, no. But 300 is still 300. If I take $300 out of your account, and $300 out of your account,
yeah, I mean, but in the grand scheme of things, it's not a lot. It's enough to get you fucked up.
Give me $300 then.
It's enough to get you fucked up. Listen, but I understand, that is not a humanistic approach to say, based off the number of people murdered and the population, it is not a lot. But
I understand how you putting it
from a statistical approach. But yeah, I mean, shit, Baltimore, we only number 5, and
you want to be higher?
I mean, hey, if we're gonna be putting down bodies, we might as well go for the.
It's not a competition.
Oh shit! Well, why they got a list then?
Touche.
So what Jack Young said is that because people were complaining about the number of murders that are constantly happen in Baltimore, we have a high murder rate, and Jack Young says, and they were complaining about the leadership and what are they going to do about it, and he says, I'm not the one committing the murders.
I hope not, Jack.
The police commissioner not the one committing the murders. The leadership ain't the one committing the murders.
Who committing the murders, Jack? Who committing the murders? It ain't you, obviously.
I mean, so that's the point he's saying, is that he's not the one doing it. The leadership ain't the one committing the murders. So why are people coming for the leadership?
Because y'all in charge.
I say he is daft of a lot of insight. You as the leader, regardless of what you're doing, you're in charge. You take the blame, whether it's a good thing or a bad thing. I mean, unless, 3 months later he come back out, okay, I had to retract my previous statement. I was the one committing the murders. But since that's not going to happen, no, Jack Young, we know you're not the one committing the murders. But since you're the man in charge, the blame falls on you as being the man in charge.
Yeah, it definitely does. Like I on one side of it, I can appreciate the honesty in that comment, but at the same time, it's just a bad comment.
Yeah, it's bad from an insightful perspective.
Right. And it just...
You as the person in charge know that regardless of the good or the bad, it falls on you.
Right. And
like I said, a thing about like the economy. The president has shit all to do with the economy, but when the economy is good or bad, people attribute it to the president. Mm-hmm. But he typically has shit all to do with how well the economy does.
Right. And I think it shows Jack Young is over his head. And
he is definitely out of his depth.
Yeah, so and it just shows that I don't know if he had a choice of whether or not to step in and cover.
Oh, of course he had a choice.
Oh, okay. Then I would have just like, nah, I ain't the one for this.
He wanted that position. You don't take the mayoral position if you ain't want it.
Oh, so you need to get better.
Can't nobody just force it on you. You the mayor now, but I don't want to be. Fuck all that. No, you took that position. He took that position because he wanted it.
Well, I don't know if he's going. I think he's going to run for re-election. I don't know if he's going to get
with comments like that, I don't think that he would. That he going to do too well.
Well, he'll probably clean it up by then. And
nah, he don't seem like the type that gives a fuck.
He probably didn't give a fuck that day.
Oh, he most certainly didn't give a fuck that day when you come out and said, I ain't the one killing motherfuckers. Why you mad at me?
It ain't me. I ain't run up on him and shoot him.
Say, granted, everybody knows that Baltimore has a murder problem. Nobody's saying that it's your fault, Jack Young. We just saying that you as the man in charge need to come up with a plan to try to mitigate these things.
Right, because there was a recent, I think a city council meeting in Coppin not too long ago, and he's supposed to come, and he didn't show up. And I think he said that the agenda had changed, or he couldn't make it, whatever. And they asked him, why he come. And his camp said the agenda had changed, but they asked him directly, like the press did. He's like, I ain't feel like coming. Next question. And it was like, well, goddamn, nigga.
That's the kind of dude he is.
So is that the kind of man you want?
I ain't saying it's the kind of man I want. I'm just saying that's the kind of man he is.
What kind of man do we need?
I have no preferences on the kind of man that I want. Because again, people are going to do what people do. We know that the vast majority of murders happen by someone who knows the person that they murdered. It's not like it's a gang violence thing. It's from people. I know somebody. I want to murder them. I murder them.
It's kind of cut and dry like that,
right? So I mean, again, that's the vast majority. So the type of leader that you have in place really is not going to affect that too much. There's so much that has to change. So much that you have to change in the population, so much that you have to change in the communities. So now, having an effective leader could definitely help with that, but it has to happen in the communities first and then move outward. So now having a leader who can facilitate that, is important. But there's really no specific type of person that I would say, they're the type of person that can do it. Yeah,
I don't know. I think it was an interesting choice that they had a commissioner that was outside of Baltimore, that was from New Orleans. And granted, like you said, New Orleans, similar to Baltimore, and I guess the crimes
with the murder rate,
the murder rate. So
somebody who has experience dealing with that would kind of fit in. But I mean, granted, having experience dealing with it and having experience changing it are two different things.
Well, I mean, I think it was a radical step in a different direction, because you had people that I think were from Baltimore and they knew of Baltimore, but they were just hired to get fired. So,
because I mean, the guy ain't from New Orleans, and as far as murder capitals go, New Orleans is number 2 on the list.
So hopefully we don't get to the number 2 spot. I don't know if that was his selling point when he got the interview.
Yeah, we try to put them numbers up.
No. You wouldn't have the bus lines again? They don't go to Towson no more.
Oh, well, damn. So, best of luck to you, Jack Young. I mean, I'm not going to say what you said is career suicide, but god damn it, it's close.
I'm sure his publicist is doing this. Oh, damn it, I got to clean this up now today. Oh, Lord.
Right. So, best of luck to you, Jack Young, and with your bid with re-election, because I know you don't want to run.
I wouldn't be surprised if he got re-elected. I really wouldn't.
I don't know.
Because it was an outcry for former Mayor Disson to come back, and I'm like, why?
Was it an outcry though?
She ran. She did run against Pugh.
No, I'm just saying, but was it an outcry for her to come back?
Well, I guess maybe outcry not be the word, but I think it's enough. It's enough people that
she had supporters.
Yeah, she's beloved.
I mean, she had supporters, but I wouldn't call it an outcry. Nobody was screaming like, "Yeah, we really need Mayor Dixon back." She really handled the situation.
Where Mayor Smoke at?
Ain't he dead?
I don't think so. The white guy, Schaefer dead.
Oh, somebody dead.
Yeah, Schaefer dead. He gone. Where's Smoke? Yeah, what Mayor Smoke doing?
I don't know. Probably not laughing, not worrying about this shit.
What about O'Malley? You want O'Malley to come back? He's a terrible governor.
Yeah, I'm about to say.
He's a terrible governor. Terrible governor.
Fuck all that.
And I would be the first one to say it. Maryland does better as a state governed by a Republican, because it seemed like things worked. When O'Malley was mayor, he taxed every damn thing. Mayor Earl didn't tax every goddamn thing, and Governor Hogan is not taxing every goddamn thing.
And a lot of it has to do with where the economy is.
True. So, Squeegee Boys, stay out of trouble, be safe. Katie Pugh, good luck.
You gonna need it?
Lawyer up. That it came for you. They got them charges on you. Stop hoeing Healthy Holly. That's just terrible that you sold them books. And
nah, she wasn't hoeing Healthy Holly. She was hoeing her office. Said Healthy Holly was just a facilitator of the hold'em. And
Leon Tyrell, we're gonna put some money in your books, because that y'all should be put in that situation.
Tell him, y'all suck at taxes.
Yeah, y'all ain't doing mine this year.
And Young, stay up, dude.
Try your best every day. That's all I can ask, I guess. Just try your best every day.
All right, so I got nothing else.
That's all we got for you this episode. So go ahead and do your spiel, Stefan.
So, all right, you know what to do. You know, this is YouTube. If you're watching it there,
They watching us. They watching us.
subscribe. Said if you on SoundCloud, like us. Spotify, like us. Google Music Play. I don't know if they have a like button, but do the same shit. You know how it is. All right, that's the podcast. Peace out.
Subscribe, like, comment, and share. We make you laugh. I'm cold.
Well, you know you're going to just be cold in my house.
I can't wait to springtime.
Peace.
Peace.